This is a Headgum podcast.
And we are back, Jake.
It's
Here
our
we go again.
Thursday, just
Thursday.
the Garth and the Jake episode.
Just the boys, just the guys.
Because I'll tell you what we've done, Garth, man, is we asked people to comment on the YouTube, and they did, and we read them. And what we've kind of got is Mondays are with guests, Thursdays, we just stay home. We have a family day.
That's right. We eat in. We eat in on Thursdays. And yes, I mean, I think that's very important. Like, we certainly don't feel like, we want to listen to people. We want to make our own show. Yep.
And we like the choose your own adventure.
Absolutely.
Of the
and we like
show,
doing
Garfman.
it like this as well. Yeah. It's enjoyable. We should also mention before we get into this episode fully that we do have a Patreon. It's Here to Help Pod, where we're just starting to kind of load it up with our content, but we're going to do a lot of stuff there, so we're excited. And we also tell us, honestly, as we're going, what you guys want from that, too. Yeah. One of the things that I'm really liking about this podcast and having a lot of fun with, and I talk to Gareth about it a lot, is a lot of times in the Hollywood game, you're dealing with studios and networks, and you can't move the needle on a project without having 10 to 15 meetings with 10 to 15 different people. Yeah.
If you guys are on the Patreon and those who've already signed up, we appreciate it. I put some post on it, but I did it wrong because I was trying to create something where people could write back. Let us know what you would like on it.
I think they'd like to be able to write back on your post.
I know I did it wrong. I sent it to Kevin and Caitlin. I was like, I think I did this wrong. So I'm not going to be running any of the technical stuff, but continue to post on the YouTube. We are reading them. We're checking them out. We have a group text we're sending to each other. We're having a lot of fun. This episode, we're doing something different where we are having a follow-up as our third call, but it's a follow-up for one of the calls of this episode.
Yeah.
We're not going to say which one, Garth. We're not going to say which one.
No, but it's nice to pay off the cliffhanger in this one. And it's a cliffbanger because this is
it's a really fun one.
This is enjoyable. But yeah, we really, like always, appreciate you all listening or watching us on YouTube. And
if you guys want to see me on the road do stand-up, it's GarethReynolds.com.
You got to see him.
I will be in the Midwest.
Standing ovations.
And a lot of people are yelling, and I appreciate it. More Gil on stage.
People. I've told you the two things that happen is after the show, people will where's Gil? Well, I really miss Gil. Things like that, and they will also be like, I emailed with a problem, and they'll start pitching me the problem. I'll go, there's a whole Kevin element of this that I'm not part of by design.
Just to say to the audience very quickly, as Gareth, I really appreciate that. Keep bringing
you
up the
You were really
show.
Getting good.
Yeah, thank you.
I've
always been good. I'm a very talented.
I know, but you're really
you're
finding yourself. You really are.
I appreciate that.
And I love how you don't mind shitting where you eat. I've always respected that about you.
Oh, you mean in the hotel rooms?
Anyway, we really appreciate everything. So everyone enjoy the show without further ado, and enjoy the. I think I messed that up.
Hello.
Hello. Whoa. Don't think we're crazy. We detect an accent. We'll get into it. Can we get your name, age, and where you're calling from?
Yes. My name is Zach. I'm 21, and I'm from New Zealand.
Crikey. God, you got a great country over there. Zach, you're on with Jake Johnson, Gareth Reynolds. You're on what some people are calling America's #1 podcast. Don't look it up. What is going on, you Kiwi? What's happening?
Right. Okay. Yes. I have a bit of an issue. It's a couple of years ago, so it is a while.
Sure.
Basically, me and my friends were playing some football or soccer, as you call it.
Thank you for respecting the best
at a park. Okay, well, and they didn't have any public toilets, so I'm guessing you can guess where this is going. Basically, I had to delve into the native bush to relieve myself, and it wasn't a number one. And now every time we go past any native bush, I'm known as the Shat in the Woods guy. And so basically, I'm just trying to rebrand.
Wait, okay. So you're in a place, you're playing soccer, there's nowhere to go, you got to take a shit, and you shit in the shrubs, and now everyone makes fun of you because you're the guy who just shit in the middle.
He's Shit in the Woods guy.
You're the Shit in
the
the
Woods guy.
And
you need a new branded.
Yeah, every time. And of course,
I get it.
And of course, New Zealand is about 90% native bush. So it comes up a lot.
So it's just a big part of your
Very
life
dream
is
catching.
you're around something that you're getting teased from.
And you need a rebrand.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I need a rebrand. Do I have to do something more extreme?
Right. So Zach, give us an example of the last time it came up
Yeah.
and how it went down. We need to get a lay of the land of your group of friends and what you're living through.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So I've had the same group of friends since I was about 6.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this was, so before that, everyone usually has their thing. It just so happens that this has now become my thing. And now, of course, we're adults, so we don't see each other very often. But when we do, it's, we're on a road trip, and they're like, oh, do you need us to pull over in the bush here?
Right.
Fuck.
And you can't get out of this
But,
bit.
No, it's
It's
tough.
like the tooth right
and
now
it
with
is
Andy.
funny.
Yes.
It's a funny bit, but
It is a funny bit.
But how do you get it? So this might be a good Gareth call.
it is.
I got a pitch.
What do you got?
It's going to be an uphill battle to lose. Like you said, the only thing you can really do is out crazy it, but then you're going to be living with that ghost. Right? I mean, like, if you're trying to, like, outdo
that is
shitting in the
true.
middle of nowhere, what are you going to do? Like, eat your puke? There's no roads left to travel.
That's true.
I think what you got to do, Zach, and this is wild,
Okay.
is I think you got to try. I can't wait. Jake's going to be like, what's wrong with you? I think you both might be. I think what you got to do is you got to set up a rendezvous with your buddies, okay? And you got to tee it up so one of them is going to have to shit in the bush. So what you're going to have to do is plan some sort of outdoor adventure.
Interesting.
And you're going to kind of organize it, and you're going to have to come up with some foods.
So for like your birthday,
yes.
you say I want to go camping with the guys.
Yes.
And
then can't walk. You want to go for a
then
long
you give
hike.
everybody excellent.
You want to go for a long hike.
laxatives.
You feed everybody a homemade fruit bar, but you've put some shitting powder in it. And then
This
one of
is
your buddies,
wild.
it is wild. And one of your buddies
Oh,
is going to
fuck.
have to shit in the bush, and that levels the playing field because you've now canceled each other out. And if anything, this guy is now the more recent bush shitter.
Yeah.
So that's going to get
So,
brought up more.
Zach, what do you think of this road? And that is, you see the guys, your next big thing, everyone's in town, you say, like, let's have us a hike. Let's go out, do this. And you maybe give one of the guys laxatives.
I like that,
So
too.
that he
Or
goes,
two.
And so that in the middle of it, they go like, oh, fuck, I need to find a bathroom. And you
Yes.
go,
Buddy.
there's bushes over here. And then when they do it, you go, oh, shit in the woods.
Yeah.
What do you think of this play? We'll keep
wild.
pitching if you don't, but what do you think of it?
I quite like that play.
You do. It's really
I
wild.
like it because there's a couple of members of the group that don't have anything, that
don't
might
have
need
anything.
to, step down to our level a little.
Yes.
And so what you could do then
Yeah.
if that happens, when they go like, hey, Zach, why don't you shit in the woods? You'll go like, only if Kirby comes with me.
yeah. Well,
Misery loves company.
it really is the play, is that you're just counting on, you're going to drown out your sound with another horn. So
Yeah, that's right.
If you get one or two of these guys to also have to shit on this hike, you're
It's
old
over.
news.
And then, you could say while they're like, honestly, I feel like I'm going to pop. You go like, hold it in. We're adults now. And you go, maybe I did it when I was 10 years old, but at my age, I could wait for a toilet. And they go like, honestly, I can't wait.
I honestly would even go the other direction. Your goal is to get one of them shitting in the
So be
bush.
sweet about it.
Dude, that's no big deal. Go take a shit. I did it. Yeah, ha ha ha. I did it.
And once
then
they
when
do it,
he's
you
done,
got him.
later, you're at the pub,
You're
you're
a
having a
snake.
few, and you let him know, hey, that was not okay.
So I got to say, Zach, I think the Garf man might have nailed it because I also like the really sneaky
think he
move of
has.
saying like, hey man, honestly, if you have to take a fucking dump, who cares? And then
on, we're all
once
friends.
you hear the sounds, in your head, cha-ching, got him. So Zach, are you going to do this madness?
I mean, we often go back to the same place for
Oh,
trips.
buddy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm perfectly teed up already.
So then
Yes.
here's what I'm going to double down on this pitch because I know we were about to get out, but I'm going to double down on it. I don't think we need to pitch other stuff.
I got an ad to this one. Go ahead.
I don't think you give it to one or two. I think you give it to everybody.
I
think
that
you're in
too.
a world where
And
everybody's got to take a shit
let me,
but you.
I like it too.
Here's why you make it an occasion like your birthday, because the night before you got to go out and
Big
you
dinner.
got big dinner and drinks.
Yeah.
We want everyone kind of hungover for this. There's a lot going on downstairs, and then I think you got to pull the.
And
hey,
then,
boys,
you know what
let's
this
have a
is?
healthy fruit bar or whatever it
Remember in
is.
Stand By Me when they all
Yes.
used to make fun of Lardass?
Yes.
And then Lardass was sick of it.
Yes.
So during the blueberry,
epic hacks.
the pie eating competition, he makes everybody barf, and
Yes.
everybody's barfing on everybody.
Yes.
And there's Lardass sitting in the middle, just
Happy.
happy. You need to create that situation where all your buddies are
Buddy,
dumping in the woods, and you just sit there as the king.
You get one of them shitting, you're home free. But you get 5 of them shitting, buddy, you've got a secret everyone takes to
And
their
also,
grave,
how
and that's
could
what you want.
anybody, if everybody in the group does it, how could
That's
anybody
true.
tease you?
No, you can't.
It's over.
It is strength in numbers, and that number is 2.
So, Zach, are you gonna do this? Because if so, we need a follow-up.
and we need further involvement in what you're making.
I'm gonna do this. You've given me such a good idea. I
Right.
haven't thought of this. So
Right.
Hey,
and
Zach,
I'll
keep going.
absolutely be able to convince at least some of them.
Yes, all we need is one.
Yes, we only need
At
one.
least a couple of them.
Yeah, we get greedy. We want 3,
Yeah.
4, but we
Yeah.
just need one guy.
So, Zach, we're not gonna air this until after the follow-up,
Yep.
and we wish you the best.
Oh God, do we?
Okay.
Keep us
This,
posted.
this is gonna be this
Oh,
little.
I absolutely. Okay.
This is gonna be
Now
a
there's an
two-parter, my
incentive.
friend.
Yes.
All right.
Good luck.
I'll get it done.
Godspeed, Zach. Go get him.
This is rebranding.
Yes,
Thank
this
you.
is a
It's
rebrand.
been a pleasure.
All right.
See you, bud.
All right, bud. Good luck.
See ya. Bye.
This episode is sponsored by Rocket
Money, Jake. We love Rocket Money. Listen, you know what the deal is, right? It finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending. It helps lower your bills. You, like me or like Jake or other people, are probably noticing that you're still paying for things that you don't use. And Rocket Money has over 5 million users, has helped save its members an average of $720 a year with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. I told you the story about how I was paying for a Packers radio station.
That's amazing.
For a playoff game against the Cardinals about 7 years ago. Anyway, what we want you to do is stop wasting money on things. That's right, Gil Buchanan, 1s and 2s, 68 and balmy, still alive, not dead yet. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/help. That's rocketmoney.com/help. rocketmoney.com/help. Gil Buchanan still in the garage. Jake Johnson, we're buddies.
Hello.
Hi, can we get your name, age, and where you're calling from, please?
Yeah, my name is Luke. I'm 35 and originally from Jackson, Michigan, and I've been in Los Angeles for several years now.
Come on down
Okay,
to the
great.
studio.
Jackson, Michigan. Where in LA are you? What part?
It's the kind of the cusp of Sherman Oaks and Encino.
Respect.
Oh, nice.
All right, so
Gorgeous.
Luke from, let's call it Encino. What can we do for you?
Yeah, so I need a little help with an event that I've been planning with a few buddies. And we've got the theme. The theme is kind of the main point, and we've got the location. But right now, there's only 3 or 4 of us really attending, and I'm trying to get some more people on board. And I'm wondering if there isn't anything else that I'm not thinking of that could make this event a little bit more fun. Because I want it to be the first annual.
Oh, respect. So you're trying to create a buddy tradition.
Yes.
Do you have the event idea?
Yeah. So it's called Suits and Wigs Night.
Interesting
And
start.
it's going to be where just a group of gentlemen put on their finest suits and then a silly ass wig and go bar hopping.
Luke, how did this idea? I mean, I feel like I'm talking to Steve Jobs about a home computer, but how did this idea pop into your head?
Yeah, well, it was in the garage. No,
you and Waz.
Yeah, I think I had the idea because a couple of years ago I went out for Halloween as Tommy Wiseau from The Room.
Yep.
And so I was, already looking ridiculous. And I remember being at the bar, and this girl was kind of into it. And the wig was strangely enough, with that kind of armor of silliness, gave, I think, another little layer of confidence. And I have another friend that organizes an annual bar crawl, but it's 10 bars, and it's a lot. He already has his own thing. I thought that's fun, but I thought maybe Suits and Wigs night could be a new event, and hopefully it only grows in popularity in the years to follow.
I think it could,
but I want to make this first one really legendary.
Okay, and so basically you want to know how we can help you build a groundswell and get more people involved in this.
Yeah, I mean, and I've got, some people are like, oh, I would do it, but I don't have a suit or a wig. And I've got like 4 or 5 silly wigs in my trunk,
in your trunk. Okay. What do you do for work, Luke?
No, in like a little trunk.
You've got a wig
business,
trunk. I thought it was weird for a minute, like you had them in your car, but you just have a wig trunk in your garage.
Well, he lives in LA.
Yeah, you got like random.
Not gonna lie, I definitely have 5 to 6
stuff.
wigs at my place right now.
You can pretend to tease.
I'm having fun.
I've got
but
a
Luke,
weird
the truth is, I want to meet up and do a wig trade.
I definitely have a little drawer in my attic of like very embarrassing.
We're all sad weirdos in LA.
So, Luke, I gotta say, I think this is pretty clean. I think Suits and Wigs is a phenomenal idea. I think you have to, if this is your thing, I think you might need more than 4 wigs. I think you should say wigs are provided. People need to get their own suits.
Yeah.
I think you invite men and women. So what gathers a suit is a sports jacket and a tie. That's it.
I like that.
So you could wear, if it's a hot summer night and they're like, hey, I don't want to hop around bars and wear a suit all night. But what I will do is I'll wear shorts, a t-shirt, a bow tie, and a jacket and a goofy wig. So the dress code could be more chill. I think you open it to any gender. Who gives a fuck as long as you're there to party?
I agree.
And the first one, you don't worry about building numbers. So if you're opening up a restaurant, don't worry about filling every table that first night. Worry about making sure everybody at every table loves it and tells all their friends.
I agree. I think to Jake's point, this is the first one. I mean, if you talk about any of these things that become events, out of the gate, they're not really events. So
that's right.
As far as how you promote it, I mean, you're kind of just going to have to go word of mouth. I would say you could probably get more people on board. I mean, shit, I don't know. Maybe you put up a couple flyers. I don't know. Maybe blast your email, something like that.
Why don't we, let's be real for a second. We're making a podcast.
Yes.
So why don't you start an Instagram, Luke?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what it is.
Yes.
We will promote it. Why don't you set a date for the first annual?
Yep.
And set a bar in your area where you're going to start it.
And when.
We will run this beforehand.
Give you a promo.
And the only requirement is you reach out to the social media.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the first annual Suits and Wigs happening at, what neighborhood do you want this to be at?
Well, so right now we do already have the date and locations. It's actually next Wednesday, the 21st.
Jesus Christ.
So we can't quite help on that. It's a little fast. Wednesday, the 21st?
No, we're open to delaying it. It's already been pushed back several months because we didn't want anyone to think it was like a Halloween thing or a holiday party thing.
You know what I think you do, Luke?
Yeah.
You find an annual date that makes sense with wigs and suits.
I think push it.
Yeah.
Push it. Give us a minute. We'll promote it.
Yeah.
You'll get, who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, we can do that. That'd be great.
Okay. I would do that. I would pick a new date.
Memorial Day weekend.
Great.
We can do that. Yeah.
Why don't you come up with that date, but this way, we can help you out. I do have an alt pitch. I love Suits and Wigs.
Okay.
But I think a way to maybe make this a little bit more of an event is year 3, 4 Suits and Wigs. You know what I mean? We've done it. What if every year you're pitching something that is 2 things that don't go together as an outfit? And you kind of unveil it a few weeks before the next annual party day.
Such as?
such as nuns with swords, such as doctors with capes, such as gymnasts with fangs. But every year you reveal your kind of oxymoronic costume idea, and the first one is wigs and suits.
Yes.
But next year, drum roll everybody, this year, nuns with swords.
Luke,
and, you know.
What do you think of that? I got to say, I put the paper down because Garfman just hit a grand slam, and it's the bottom of the ninth, and everyone's cheering. I might be holding the bat warming up. Now I'm thinking about going to the bar. I don't have to work.
With a wig and a suit.
I mean, what do you think about this year? It's suits, it's wigs and suits, but every year on that same time, it's a different one. And part of the fun is if you miss it, you're not in the photos because you create an Instagram. You got to take a ton of photos. But the idea of, nuns with swords, you guys walk into a bar, it's going to make the entire bar get excited.
I love that idea, especially like keeping it fresh every year.
Yeah.
Coming up with like different suggestions from the group, maybe.
Okay. Are you into pushing it a little bit and finding a date so that we could push this out first and you create an Instagram and we'll tag it and just to see if you can get some other LA people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll
what
tell
do
you,
you
Luke,
think? Actually, hold on. What do you think about creating a website that we do through Squarespace that we create for you, and we create your first website that you post along with it? We will get Squarespace.
It's a user-friendly.
We'll get Squarespace connected. We'll build one really fast, and we'll send it to you. What do you think of that?
Oh, I love that. I love that, guys.
All right. Well, Luke, it sounds like we've got the idea for you.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we're closing in on the idea. Last part of it, you're invading a bar. You guys are party cicadas, unfortunately. That's just what it's going to be. Every year, you also have a suitcase that has 3 extra outfits of everything that everyone else is wearing, that if you're at the bar, someone seems like they like what they're seeing, but they're a little overwhelmed, guess what? You can join the party because we got an extra sword and an extra nun outfit for you, Ralph the regular.
Okay.
All right, Luke.
And Luke, that is your job. You are the host.
Yes.
So you have extras for people.
Heavy is the head.
Yeah, I was already planning on bringing extra wigs just in case.
I love it.
Well, there
I can
you
do
go.
that.
Just
and I
in
want it
case,
to be
indeed.
like, and in specific bars to kind of create a variety of vibes, where we move from maybe a sports bar to a little bit more upscale.
Luke,
and then
that's
the
all
idea
going to
to
be
end
in
it
your
at-
blueprinting. Let me tell you one
And
of my
not
favorite
on the
industry
show.
one of my favorite industry terms, don't talk past the close. Hey, Luke, thanks for calling.
We appreciate you.
We will help you promote this party. We're excited for Suits and Wigs. Thank you for calling, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Love it.
Love you.
We are sponsored by a new sponsor today.
We're happy to have them.
Booking.com.
Booking.yeah. Booking.com, Jake, as you know, offers so many possibilities across
I use
the U.S.
Booking.com.
So do I for travelers. I travel all the time and use Booking.com.
Do you book all your own stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you go to Booking.yeah?
Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Listen, if it's from a relaxing beach resort to a remote mountain cabin to going to do a show in West Des Moines, there's a multitude of choices across the U.S. on Booking.com that allow you to book everywhere you want to. I definitely use it, like I said, whenever I'm going on the road. There's tons of things you have to do.
So you'll book your own car, your own everything? Oh, no, you have a van.
I have a van.
But
I
you're
have a
booking all
creepy
your
van.
own hotels.
A lot of hotels get booked, but you also have to book a lot of your own hotels. Like if you have a down night or
yeah.
sometimes clubs do this fun thing where they're just like, hey, we'll give you $100. And you're like, that's not what a hotel costs.
Booking.com.
Booking.com. So book whoever you want to be on Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Hello.
Hi, this is a
Hello?
This is a follow-up, and Gareth and I do not know. We don't remember which one it is. So can you say your name, and can you remind everybody of the call?
Right. Yeah. My name is Zach. And
Please.
I was the one who. I was the one who shat in the woods and needed to get back.
Yes, Zachy boy.
Gareth, take over.
Okay, so Zach, you and your friends, when you were younger, you were at like a soccer field or something like that. Are you New Zealand?
Yeah, New Zealand.
New Zealand, and you had to take a shit, so you went off near. There was nowhere to go to the bathroom, so you just took a shit in the wild, basically, and it has followed you in your friend group forever. It's kind of become this stigma with you. You're the guy who took a shit over there. You kind of can't get away from it. Was there a nickname or anything like that, or am I just pining for that?
No.
No nickname.
No.
And our advice
my friends
to
aren't
you.
creative enough.
Wait, hold on, Zach. What was our advice to you?
I remember.
I know you do. Gareth.
Your advice was I had to make them shit themselves as well.
You have to make them take a shit in the wild to get it off of you.
And so, Zach, the floor is yours. Walk us through what has happened
and what did you
since
do?
our call.
Yeah.
What'd you do and where are we at? And take your time. Gareth is very excited.
I need a little bit of background. I have a friend who is a police officer, and I found that it is extremely illegal to give people laxatives without them knowing.
Okay.
If you tell a cop, it is, yeah.
And so we had to scrap that.
Damn it.
And
okay.
Keep going.
So we had to get more creative.
What'd you do, Zach?
So what did I do? Allegedly.
By the way, everything in our podcast is allegedly.
All title.
Yeah. Oh, that's
allegedly
good.
with Gareth and Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So allegedly, this is maybe what somebody named Zach did, but who knows?
Yeah. And that might not even be my name. Who knows?
Zach, you're edging us. Take us to the promised land.
By the
what
way,
happened?
Zach, that might not even be your accent. You might be from the Bronx.
He's from Kentucky. Tell us, Kentucky. What'd you do?
By the way, Zach, let's hear your Southern American accent. Go ahead.
We?
3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Okay.
It's not good.
3, 2,
Partner.
1, go ahead.
Really good. Wow.
Wait, hold on. Let's hear it. Let's hear a partner. I allegedly gave you some laxatives with your Southern accent. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Partner, I allegedly gave you some laxatives.
Not bad,
Good.
actually.
Not bad.
All right,
Not
Zach,
bad.
floor is yours. What happened allegedly? Now we don't know what country you're from, what your
sorry.
name is. You could be anybody.
So we have our trips often, and we went back to the promised land actually.
Okay.
So the place where it happened.
Right.
And I offered to cook one night.
Good.
Because I'm so kind, and I'm just and
wait, you took Coke?
Cook.
No,
I thought you said I took Coke one night because I'm kind, and I'm like,
by the way,
I've never heard a guy who does Coke call themselves kind for blowing.
By the way,
lines.
you want to get someone
like a degenerate.
You want to get someone taking a poop? Give them some Coke, allegedly.
Yeah. Okay, so you decided to cook one night. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I almost didn't even have to do anything to it because I'm just not a very good cook. So, but maybe I just did it a little worse than usual. And we were just about to go back to the field to play football again. So it worked out so much better than I could have imagined, actually.
Okay.
I got 3 of them.
Wait. Okay. You what did you cook?
I cooked just
This is the weirdest horror movie I've ever been part of.
I feel like I'm talking to Buffalo Bill. Okay.
I got 3 of them.
So what did you cook, Zach?
I just cooked some sausages and some meat patties.
Okay, so you cooked a bunch. You filled your friends. You filled your friends with meat, and this was the same day that you were going to go play some soccer. Basically,
but did you put any laxatives in? And not saying you did or you didn't, but could there have been a laxatives in the mix?
Not in the meat, but I cooked the meat good. But then they weren't expecting the dessert.
What was the dessert?
And I made some brownies.
Oh,
and
okay. You brought up the whole thing with the cop because maybe the brownies were just bad brownies. Maybe the
They
eggs
were.
were weird.
They were.
I'm not a baker. I'm just not a baker.
Okay, so you made
Okay.
some meats and brownies. You then everybody,
And
now
then
I'm
his
with you.
friends made some meats and brownies.
And then you're gonna go play. You're gonna go play football, and what happens, Zach?
So we get to the location. Still no public toilets, thankfully. And about 20 minutes in, a couple of them start feeling a little bad. Start feeling not up to it.
Weird.
And obviously they start making jokes about it because this is the place where it happened to me, right?
And what kind of jokes were they making, Zach? Do you remember?
Oh, maybe it's just the place. Maybe it's cursed.
Oh,
You know,
and what are you
that
thinking?
sort of thing.
What are you thinking while this is happening?
Yes.
I'm thinking, you have no idea. You have no idea.
Okay.
And within the next 5 minutes, there were, we were half a group.
Really? So you really had 3 go off and have to take wild shits in the place that gave you your problem from the beginning.
Absolutely, it's one of my greatest success stories.
Hold on. Can I say something, Garth?
Yeah.
Sometimes our show is more Jake heavy. Sometimes it's more Gareth heavy. Sometimes it's more the guest heavy. This is a Gareth call.
Yeah.
This is a Gareth.
Allegedly.
Yes.
This is why I got so excited.
But sometimes when one of us will do a pitch and it'll work, we'll laugh after and go like, I wonder if that's going to happen. This is a Gareth Reynolds special. You got 3 guys taking dumps in a wood where you did.
It's gratifying. For sure. Zach and
This is a big win for our show. It's disgusting, but a big win.
Listen, again, we are, like I said, we're the Ghostbusters. The room might be demolished, but we're going to try to trap whatever we can. So Zach, at any point are they like, what is I mean, 3 of them taking a shit on the same event is quite a coincidence. Agreed. Are any of them like,
yeah, they when the dust is settled, they do ask, okay, well, what's going on?
And what do you say?
And I said, I don't know, maybe I'm not a baker. Maybe they're pretty sure I did something to the brownies, but it's all allegedly.
Of course it's alleged.
Well, hopefully they don't listen to this.
No. All he's told us is that he's not good at baking.
They sure not. I hope.
I'm not.
No, you tried your hardest.
He sure did.
I tried my hardest. I had followed a recipe.
Yep.
And so Zach,
a good recipe.
It's a recipe.
And so Zach, sorry about that. And so Zach,
we're all sorry.
Is your nickname gone? Have we solved the initial problem?
I am pleased to say that nobody likes to talk about it anymore.
Well, here's what's great. Even if there is a little controversy over this in your group, it doesn't matter. We are where we are. There are now 4 people who shit in that field, and you're just one of them.
You're in a community now.
Yes.
I'm just one of them. I'm the trendsetter, really.
You are. You are the OG.
They're just copycats.
So I gotta say, again, we've made this very clear. The advice might not be right.
Yes.
It might not be good.
Right.
But we are going to try to help solve the problem. And it feels like on this one, Zach, your problem has been solved.
We're ringing the bell.
It has been solved.
It's crazy. I mean, we have framed it as drunk uncles at the bar, and I don't know if there is a more apropos version. He
cooked his buddies sausages and meats and brownies. 3 guys in the middle of a game went like, I got to take a dump. And he's sitting there going like, victory is mine, because he's no longer the guy in the group of friends who took a shit in the woods. You are now in a group of friends where a big chunk of you guys have taken a shit in the same woods.
Most of you have crafted this field. Jake, can you imagine going out with a friend group and someone there is cooking you sausages and feeding you brownies before you go play a sport?
There's so much I can't relate to on this one. And this is why I say this is a Garth Reynolds specialty.
Let's just say this, Zach. We're obviously very happy that this worked out. We did get rid of the problem. We're here to help, and we actually did. And we're just very happy that you have come out of this, and more proud we could not be.
In closing, Zach, legally, is there anything you want to say about the brownies in case your friends hear it?
I'm really sorry, guys. I thought I was better at cooking brownies.
Fair enough. That is the official statement. He's just don't eat his brownies. He's bad at cooking them. Zach, we appreciate the call to your group of friends. Zach's no longer the guy who shits in the woods. I think you all are.
Yeah. You got a gang.
You got a gang.
You're
all
like
the
outsiders.
Zach. Thank you for the call.
All right, bud.
Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for watching us on YouTube. Please
like and subscribe so you don't miss any of this quality content.
ring.
Here to help. Go ahead.
Cut.
That was a Headgum podcast.